So, hi, my name is Andy, and this is week 3, assignment submission. So, the first video talked about playing as an entire band and facilitating a worship moment. It's not that a single instrument on its own can single handedly carry the band, but it's all group instruments doing what they're supposed to do to carry a band. And basically, to do that, you need to play less. You've heard of the statement, less is more. So in a band situation, it's very important that each member only plays what they're supposed to play. Alright, then video 2 was about the electric guitar and swells. So in order to swell, you need two basic effects. You need your reverb and your delays. But you need to know the parameters of each of them. So starting with the reverb, the basic parameters we have the mix, the level, the decay, and the swells. So mix is simply the ratio of the wet effect to the dry effect in the effects chain. So a higher mix means you hear more of the reverb than any other effects. That's why it's important whenever you're driving to have less reverb or no reverb at all. Otherwise, if you have a reverb with a high mix, you will not hear the what? You will not hear the overdrive, and it will sound muddy. Okay. Then when we go to the delays, we should know the difference between mono delays and stereo delays. A typical delay that can be used in mono and stereo is a ping pong delay. When it's turned to 0, then it gives you a mono delay. And when it's turned to 10, it gives you a stereo delay. Then the mix, given that delay is a wet effect, it also has a mix. Alright. So at the end of the day, it's up to the electric guitarist to know how their different types of gear is going to help them achieve this kind of swelling effect. Alright, then after that we go to the bass. The bass is also quite important in a band situation, and for it basically, you need to first have a tuner. You need to always tune your bass. So for a bass player that is using effects could have a signal chain that looks like having a tuner, then a compressor to sort of compress the sound, but then also deal with the different EQs of the bass. Then you can go into an octaver, then an HX tone, which now basically can do all those, and then you have a DI that goes straight to the front of house and backline. Right. Then finally we have the worship drummers. Now the worship drummers, theirs are a bit more because the drums control a lot. So if a worship drummer does not know how to facilitate a moment or play a song, it's going to be bad, really bad. So the first is to play according to the room. You cannot play in a sitting room like this the same way you would in an auditorium, like Worship Harvest or Watoto Church downtown. You need to know your room and how it's built, and then play accordingly. Then you should know the arrangement. A song I think of that can be quite tricky for drummers is "Glorious Day," the All Nations. So before you add to that one, you need to make sure you first know it before you can add to it. Okay. After knowing the arrangement, you have to understand the lyrics. Understand that this part is declaring, this part is quite subtle. Then that will also guide your dynamics. I think it helps in a situation whereby you're going spontaneous and you have not really had enough time to practice with the drum. Then from your reading the room and then understanding lyrics, you can generate parts that can just fit for that moment. Then you have to shape your drum parts. Be aware of the genre that you're playing. Let's say now like CCM, you cannot play CCM like you would R&B, yeah, or any other genre. Then be easy to work with, be teachable, be rebukable, and be able to cooperate with any changes that are going to be made either in real time, in post, or in pre-service. Then be prepared, like have your cheat sheets. This has been a song that has been sung a lot. Have a cheat sheet. Make sure if you're using tracks that the tracks are ready. If you use Ableton, make sure your tracks are ready, and things like that. Then keep it simple. Keep it simple. There's an abbreviation that you use to move around. Oh Lord. Okay, my bad. There's an abbreviation that used to move around called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. So keep it simple as you're drumming. Then pace your builds. Know where you're building what, and then finally, be flexible. When the time signature changes, you also change. and that is it.